Hello everyone, it's time for another For a Better Fit, For a Better Story video, and today we will focus on Carol Danvers' Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel is a character that has been part of Marvel for, honestly, a very long time. Recently, she has made her way to the big screen through the MCU. When Carol debuted in the comics, Carol Danvers is an intelligent and tough woman who joined the Air Force as soon as she can and made a career out of it. When she was part of NASA's security team as its chief, she became involved with the original Captain Marvel, whose name, funnily enough, was Mar-Vell. Mar-Vell was a rare Kree species sent to Earth to infiltrate it. Long story short, when Mar-Vell was trying to stop Yon-Rogg, who kidnapped Carol, during the fight, Carol was exposed to a machine of alien origins that brought out her hidden Kree abilities because she was half Kree. Or it depends on which iteration. It's a little weird, but she has Kree abilities. Carol became Miss Marvel and ultimately taking on the mantle of Captain Marvel as the original passed away from cancer. Yeah, the original passed away from cancer, unfortunately. In the MCU, things were different as Carol got abilities from the Tesseract and was further experimented on by Yon-Rogg and made into a Kree super soldier who was brainwashed, and it was incredibly weird. But she, eventually she broke free, and honestly, I get why they changed it. They didn't want to introduce Mar-Vell. That would conflict with what they were doing with the Kree and the Skrulls that they were trying to do, especially setting up secret invasions, which it itself is not really good. It's a lot. Honestly, it's a lot. They have to explain more in detail, and it was going to be a lot to explain, especially for their little timeline that they were trying to do, that they were trying to keep together before Endgame. And it works for the most part for Carol, but as things progress, when you get more into the Kree and Skrulls, the execution is a bit meh, in my opinion, honestly. Later on in the future, recently in the comics, Carol, before Marvel started really pushing her, she was a full-on powerhouse. If you had Captain Marvel on your team, then honestly, you had a big chance of winning because Captain Marvel was extremely powerful. Well, she is extremely powerful no matter what. After Marvel started pushing her more and changing up her design, her personality, and basically pushed her to become a leader due to her power set, and even changed bits of her background. You would think that, them putting more focus on her character would make her interesting, right? Unfortunately, no. Crazy enough, it's kind of fucked up in my opinion that they put all this effort into a character, but no one is really resonating with her. Her popularity hasn't been much since her push or anything, since the multiple changes to her character. And honestly, it's kind of messed up. They go ahead and continuously make her to be cold, mean, uncompromising, often being made to be the bad guy of the side of the heroes, the one that has to make the hard decisions. Her personality didn't really resonate with fans of the MCU either. So you have both sides of the camp of comic book fans and movie fans and not really resonating with his character, which is unfortunate. It's honestly it's crazy that not either side doesn't really care about this character much, even though Marvel is severely pushing her. And honestly, Carol has a lot of potential as a character, but she needs her own place in the universe that she can create herself, or something she can personally is in charge of that coincides with who she is as a person, that will help her develop as a person. Quick side note before I continue on. Recently they came out with a new outfit for Captain Marvel, and honestly, I don't think it's that bad. Honestly, people are ripping on it for being like a band costume, but I think if they're doing a sort of upgrade to her wardrobe, which she has more than one costume, which we've seen in comics and everything, that she has multiple costumes. If that costume that we see is sort of something she uses for professional events and political events, I think that would be fine. But honestly, her wardrobe has gone through a lot of changes, a little bit more than her herself, so it's pretty crazy. In my opinion, Carol Danvers has a lot of potential to give the Marvel Universe, but I feel like the direction that they are going it's not going too well. Now, for Captain Marvel, what I like everyone to do so far, if you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much. But now I will ask you guys this: what ideas do you have that would help make Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, a more interesting character? Doesn't matter how tame or how crazy, give me everything you've got. I want to know all your ideas. Put them in the comments, whatever. I want to hear them all. Now, here are my top 3 ideas that can give Carol Danvers a better fit to tell better stories. For the first idea, I thought how Carol Danvers, for many who don't know, back in the day, she was struggling with alcoholism. Similar to Tony Stark, who back in the day, who was struggling with alcoholism. It was a character arc. For Captain Marvel, I think a character arc for her would be how she would conquer this and you know, especially conquer it seeking help. Carol could be made into an advocate for seeking help, not just from alcohol but drugs as well. A storyline could be developed to how her untold adventures and experiences on Earth and other worlds, seeing horrifying things of different degrees, and perhaps she may want to get the edge off. We cannot deny that dealing with alien civilizations and saving many worlds will mean you see some crazy ass shit. I think something to where she experiences being at a low point, building herself up, and becoming an advocate for healing in a positive way to not just Earthlings or anything, but to aliens as well. I think this could be a great hobby for her besides the crime fighting, to help her develop as a character and become more softer, more closer to individuals in the whole universe. My second idea would be how, since she has ties to NASA, she could definitely become a bridge between different alien civilizations and Earth, creating a whole new situation specifically made for Captain Marvel to involve herself in would benefit her greatly, honestly. Something to the nature of trying to find a home for alien refugees that is safe with human assistance would be honestly massive. Plenty of civilizations need help, so I think with Carol as the bridge between Earth and them, she could definitely have this and this could become a way for her to become softer, understanding, dealing with these civilizations and their multiple different problems. Not just going ahead and helping them just by beating the bad guy, but by going ahead and helping them usher into a more comfortable, safer home, and, you know, talking to them, and genuinely, I think, making her a much more comfortable person to be around and making her much more understanding. My third and last idea for Carol would be, with her ties with S.H.I.E.L.D., she should be part of a branch that focuses on space exploration, expansion, technology, and even preemptively attacking forces that want to take over Earth. In my honest opinion, Captain Marvel shouldn't be part of the Avengers, be leading the Avengers, and just primarily be on Earth. She can go anywhere the hell she wants, honestly, and just having her stuck on Earth is a crime. That's a crime to her character. She should at least be part of a branch or lead a branch of S.H.I.E.L.D. that not only actively defends Earth by attacking her enemies, but be a bridge for humans to interact with other civilizations, exchange resources, technology, and offer Earth a way to enable space exploration with Captain Marvel at the helm. This organization would be Saber. In the MCU, they have Saber being a space station created by Nick Fury after the blip. This organization can be much more in the comics than just being a space station for Fury to keep his feet up. Honestly, Saber would be an amazing way for humans to first have a step into space exploration as a whole in the Marvel Universe. These are my top 3 ideas for Captain Marvel to be much more interesting as a character and setting her up for better storylines that I think will be, honestly, rather more interesting than what they are doing now. If you have any ideas for Captain Marvel and want to express them, do it. I want to see your comments. I would love to hear your ideas. If you guys have any feedback, any suggestions, let me know, and thank you for liking and enjoying the content. More will be up soon. Stay healthy mentally, emotionally, and physically. Stay safe, everyone. Goodbye.